Hello, my name is Bradley and I'm your host of The Internal Game. Today we are going to be talking about the sacred interference pattern, the void. Right? The void is like when nothing's happening, right? The little tricky one, right? I was talking with somebody not too long ago about the purge, right? Because the sacred interference pattern is a little course that I have that you guys can get for $49, or it comes for free in the Skool membership, right? But nonetheless, I was talking with a friend about how kind of how I prefer the purge back in the day. I was like, cause at least I know like something's happening, right? When I know I've made some internal shifts, internal changes, right? I'm not buying into thought pattern, I'm not buying into the identity, and then like some wonky opposite stuff happens. Like I know, like, okay, cool. All I gotta do is not identify, right? All I gotta do is just like, okay, I'm unmoved by circumstances, therefore circumstances move. Like it was a good indicator that I had done something internally, so all I had to do is not react, and then it was going to start shipping out, right? But what about the void? When nothing is happening, or it seems as if nothing is happening, right? Like you've shifted, you know you've shifted. Like you're like, okay, I have not been buying into thoughts. I have stabilized myself quite a bit. I'm living a more presence-based lifestyle, right? Hopefully we're living a more presence-based lifestyle, right? If we're on this channel, and where's that? Like nothing wonky's happening. I actually feel pretty good. I feel stabilized and all is well. But where's person? Where's the money? Where's this thing that I'm looking for? So we're going to talk about that, the void. So you're not doing anything wrong, and I know the mind goes to that. Like I study more illusion of mind than I study manifesting, because manifesting is very simple. It's a reflection of who you're being, right? It's not buying into the mind that is the tricky part, right? So I study that more than, and my own self more than I study like, oh, how do I get this, right? Anyway, nonetheless. But the mind goes into, am I doing it right? Is it working? Where's it at? Like, how long does this take, dude? Like, I feel like, Bradley says state of being is king, get present, here I am, and where's it at, right? So I get this. But it's not, you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing everything right. First of all, you never want to say you're doing something wrong, but like, no, you're really not, though. You're still doing everything right. It's just, some could even call it like a test. It's a test, like from a test from you to see, like, are you really this person? Is this really how you are now? I remember when I started to become more presence-based lifestyle, right? More non-reactivity. And I started to run into red lights a lot. Like for a few days, you just hit a red light. There was people coming in the grocery store, like out of the woodwork, or out of the aisle work, just to like get in front of me and like kind of slow me down. And like, I was like, what is going on, right? So like, yeah, we get these little tests that are like, hey, are you this person? Now, I've made many videos about there comes a time where you have to solidify these states and be who you say that you are, right? It just is what it is. Like, it's energy manifesting out. You've been a certain way for a while, and then you decide, hey, I'm not this way anymore, and this so-called external reality is like, you sure? Let's see. Right? Somebody says something wonky, you experience the purge kind of thing, or nothing appears to be happening. Appears to be happening. Right? So this is a test of you to pass, really, of to stand firm in what it is that you are. And we're going to do it the only way that we know how on this channel. Well, it's not the only way we know how, right? But like, it's the way that's best. It's the way that like is what you are. And that is we're going to do it through stability, through stillness, through non-reactivity. Okay, so the void is not failure. It is the space where the old self, hear this out, where the old self has fallen away, but the new way, the new identity, the new presence-based identity has not fully crystallized yet, I guess. There's a better word, crystallized yet. It hasn't really taken full-on shape. And in this void, where nothing appears to be happening, in this test, we either fall, we say, oh my God, nothing's happening. What am I doing something wrong? And we fall back into what it is that we say we're trying to get out of, right? What we're actually trying to get out of, or we stand true to the truth. Okay. So what does this look like? Chasing, doubting, and like needing proof. Still chasing, still doubting this is working, needing proof, like I just needed the text, or I need this, and then I'll know for sure like that something's working, right? We got to get out of that. This is the internal game, not the external fucking proof. Okay, this is the internal game, not the external, I need this to happen externally so I feel better internally game. That's not the game. Right? I'm sure there's other games out there like that, but not this one. Okay, so this is where we really embody the presence-based identity. You stay still, embodied, and grounded, even without external proof. Because the only proof that you need is that you say it's done, and then you get still and know that you are God, right? I don't care if you're experiencing the purge of the opposite or whatever, or the tricky one. Nothing appears to be happening. You don't fold. You don't keep looking. You don't keep asking yourself, where is it at? Oh my God, what's going on? No. You continue in the knowing, and you do this by being still and knowing that you're God. When your mind wants to be like, oh, well, where's that? Nope. It's already done. It's already done. Take a breath. Get still. Get present. Okay? You ever planted a plant before? Like there's a type of plant I was planting with my grandpa a long time ago, and like I remember asking him a lot. I was like, "Hey, dude, like, when's this gonna pop off?" Because there's quite a few days before it started to sprout. Now, did it appear on the outside that nothing was happening in his garden from the seed? Yeah, of course it did. Because I was like, "Oh, it's just soil, buddy. Maybe we didn't plant it right. Maybe we didn't." My grandpa was like, "No, it's happening underneath. It's creation, right?" He was right. I was wrong. But nonetheless, you get what I'm saying. Like the seed's doing the work underneath the soil. Let it do its thing, right? If you've claimed it and you say, "This is what I want. This is how it's going to be for me. This is like my desire." Okay, you got the desire. It's done now, right? Now your only job is to literally not tell stories about it not happening and fearing and doubting, right? And embodying this new presence way of living. And when you are embodying a more presence way of living, there's a good chance that you get these kind of tests. Because there was a big chance that you were really chaotic before. And now you're saying that I'm not. There's a big chance that you were looking for things a long time, trying to make things happen. I hear people a lot say, "I've been doing this a long time." You may have known about law of assumption and embodiment, or the game of reflection kind of thing like that. You may have known about it for a while, but what have you actually been doing? Okay, big difference. Okay, so when we actually start doing, being is the doing now. Being present, being still, being more solid, grounded. That's the doing. That's all the doing you need to do. Right? So anyway, when we start doing this, we can for sure see some opposing stuff, or it appears like nothing's happening because we've been living a certain way for a while, and that energy has to like really take shape. And then it's like, yo, so-and-so, are you really this person? Let's see. So here's some practices you can do when nothing's happening. Number one, my favorite, inner body awareness. My favorite. Okay. Try not to have favorites, but it's definitely my favorite. Is to anchor in presence and feel your inner body. Feel the liveliness in your hands and your breath, right? Basically what you're doing, getting out of mind. Where does the doubt start? Where does the fear start? Where does all the story start? In the mind. Where does it start looking for evidence and oh, nothing's happening and I do something wrong? In the mind. So it's probably a good idea for us to not hang out there a lot sometimes, especially when it's trying to make sense of something that's going to be perceived through doubt, and it's looking for the doubt anyway, right? So it's not like it's just like, oh, hey, everything's going great, man. Like, look at this. Yeah, it must be something. No, it's going to try to find doubt. And if you stay in the mind long enough, it will find it. Okay? So you want to get as much attention out of your mind and start to put some attention in your body. So when you start to feel like the need to look or like seek for external validation or like, oh, what's going on here? Like, am I doing something right? Let me watch 6 more videos. Again, nothing wrong with watching videos, but like, don't use them as your soothing point. Don't use them as your safety blanket, because this just gets you primed to do that over and over again. You want to start soothing yourself. This is really important. And you want to, when you feel that pull to start looking, start asking, just get in the inner body. Nope, out of mind. Get me feel my hands. Right. Focus on my breathing. Feel the aliveness in my body, in my hands, my feet, even if I want to use my feet. Right, but nonetheless, pull the attention into your body. Reframe what's going on from this more still place. Okay, don't just start trying to like, if you're starting to be unstill, like unstabilized and starting to worry, go there first to the inner body, right? You don't want to go straight into like creating good meaning or ideal meaning, because you're arguing with mind from an unstable state. It's not the most ideal, okay? So from this more stable place, you want to see this void as proof. Like, okay, all this is happening is proof. It's taking shape for me and turning into me right here, right now. You don't want to make it seem like nothing's happening. You want to say, okay, everything's taking shape. It's the seed under the soil. It's got to do a couple of little things, and then you shall see it. Okay, and then you're going to hold state. And if you do these practices, like especially inner body awareness, not believing thought, being more observant of thought, like especially inner body awareness, focusing on breathing, things like that. If you do these things, you are going to hold state, because you're going to break these little patterns of the fear and the anxiety and the doubt and basically this old self that you're trying to get out of. All right, so if you can continue bringing it back to you and soothing you in the inner body, breathing, soothing you. Oh, I'm feeling like I need to go doom scroll because I'm feeling uneasy. Nope. Breathe. Oh, I'm feeling like I need to go check so-and-so's. Nope. Breathe. I feel like I need to check their social media and see what. Nope. Breathe. And if you can do this, you're going to make this your predominant state. And if you hold this while these things are happening, while you're looking for external proof, while you're like, and you're not buying into like, where's it at? If you can do this, and you hold that, hold the line, some say, hold the line long enough, you shall see no reflection. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to go deeper into the sacred interference pattern, definitely get the little mini course. It's 4 audios of recorded audios, and then 2 guided practices, like 2 bonus guided practices, and a PDF in there. Obviously, I'm not as like jokey in the audio because it's something I'm trying to transmit, but yeah, get that. Join the Skool group. If not, then be aware. And be aware of the void. Realize that like all that's happening is you are being tested in the sense of like, are you really this new way? Like I said in the beginning, the purge thing is like, oh cool, like I know for sure. I mean, I always think it was cool, right? But I mean, it's a very good indicator of if you know you've been still stabilized and like knowing it's done and doing your thing, and to see the opposite, you know that, and then you see the opposite, you know, like, okay, this is a good thing. But like sometimes that void one of nothing happening, where's it at? Nothing's happening. That could be a tricky one because the mind loves that. It's like, yeah, well, and then you go on YouTube and you watch other videos and other people's success stories, and you start confusing yourself. Like, oh, maybe I did this wrong, maybe I did that. and then you watch other people's videos, and then other people's videos, and there's nothing wrong with these things, but I'm saying, but you are like, you start to go into information overload. You start to doubt like what it is that you're right and what you're doing, and then like the consistency kind of fell away because we get caught up in the mind stuff. If all else fails, no matter what you're doing, I don't care if it's the purge, like in the opposing side, or it's the void, like nothing's happening. I don't care what it is. You can never fail in stillness. You don't need a technique. That is what you are. Okay, be still and know that I am God. Soothe yourself. This is really important. I'm gonna make a video about this soon, but soothe yourself. Stabilize yourself. There's wonderful creators out there, right, that talk about this stuff. I know I have a pretty good handle on it myself, but don't even come to me on these videos for stabilization. Don't turn my videos into like, okay, I need this video so I calm down. No, I'm telling you, watch the videos if you will, but like when it comes to the time to solidify, the time to actually like, okay, what am I doing? So you need to start trusting you. Okay, you need to start breathing, start soothing yourself, stabilizing your own self, and stabilizing your own nervous system. Right? The videos can't do it. The doom scrolling can't do it. Only you can. And you want to be in a place of trusting yourself. That way, when you do experience these things like that, you're like, oh, no. You'll get in the habit of breathing and going in and going within and getting still, and you'll change your habits from, the other soothing points that we find ourselves in, and safety blankets, to that one. And that's a really, really good place to be. Okay, so anyway, I do love you guys. Remember, stillness can never fail you, all right? Reframe the void. Realize that it's just the sea underneath the soil. You keep your stillness, keep your stability, keep living your life, making yourself priority, doing things that you want to do, or at the very bare minimum, not creating issues for yourself in the mind, and watch what happens. You will solidify the new way, hopefully, and you shall hopefully be living a presence-based lifestyle, taking it all in. Okay? Love you guys. See you soon.